the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs in a town you create where there ain't no love.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Teddy Bridgewater and the Carolina Panthers.
From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Chargers. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Joe Reed on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Herbert on 1st down now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the 32-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Rolling to his left. Going deep with, and this will be caught at the 30. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
The ball carrier.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. Well, Charles, we take a look here at the draft class for this offense. Overall, what are your thoughts?
Well, you know the fans don't want to hear it, but it always takes 2, 3, 4 years until we know whether a draft class is truly panned out or not. And when you take a quarterback in the 1st round, everybody wants him on the field right away. But the best thing is if you can play the long game with him, give him a chance to get seasoned before he has to play. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Again, Herbert. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. So here are the Panthers backed up to start their initial drive. And it is Teddy Bridgewater leading the way in his 7th season out of Louisville.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Bridgewater. He'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he locates Walker, complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. A big 3rd down play there for the Panthers. 41 yards.
Panthers. That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 more there and another 1st down.
1st down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Down at the 42-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback and makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation. Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had Instead, it's second down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Now left side on the swing pass. He gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 44.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
For Hunter Henry.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Play action. It's Herbert. Out to his left. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the fourth down, but offensively they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll drop this down to Jackson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. And
it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
For the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
First and 10.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face, and analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Complete to
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Derwin James with it there. But they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Bridgewater's pass.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And it's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
What's the deal, y'all?
Guilty party chance will back. The guard out of bounds. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Herbert off of play action. He's going deep for Brown. And it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Out of the gun, Herbert. And Brown's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smartest approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. To the right side, and he's got more complete. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Now in timeout.
1st down.
7 seconds left in the 1st half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He connected on his 1st. This time it's 39 yards away. And this one is right through.
The kick is good.
And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Charger drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached half. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Michael Badgley to kick off.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this 2nd half. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 46-yard line.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game. Well, they had their chances in the 1st half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range. but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
On the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6. Is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times, the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. He'll throw from the gun. Quick slant to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Chargers.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Give him 32 on the play.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big deal.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Keenan Allen with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Complete to Curtis Samuel.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Chris Harris on the coverage.
change here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. As they'll start just past the 20. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert going deep here for Allen. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big play there for L.A. 59 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. They'll set up the screen to Melange. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now, the deep ball. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen, 30 yards. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. And this one through the uprights and good. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
12. And the Panther first down.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Over the middle, into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw, Bridgewater. Again, he finds Moore.
Bridgewater's pass.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
I love how Melvin Ingram plays the game. The toughness and a motor that absolutely will not quit. Knows how to get around all types of obstacles to get to the quarterback. He's had at least 7 sacks a season going back to 2015 and been a Pro Bowler for 3 straight years.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
53 yards. First down.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
That's complete, right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I think it's okay there they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open. So much about offense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, 20, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
It's good.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the Panthers coming out now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. They'll roll him out right, letting one go deep for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true.
Michael Badgley lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For all coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
The throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chargers, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season.